Welcome to our QuasarReach video. In this video, we'll review the task of receiving an order and creating a packing slip using your mobile device. For this video, we're going to assume we will be working in a warehouse and we will lose connection with the server. Hence, we will want to make sure that we have a current local database. Since we have a current database, I will disconnect from the server. Just give me one moment. There we are. We're disconnected from the server. So we can click on the drawer icon and then on receiving. And here we are in the main receiving screen. Let's review the information we can set in this screen. In the interest of time, I've entered some data in advance. If a more detailed explanation of a field, such as the slip number, is required, then you can click on the info button and get that information. So let's see what it says about slip number. Leave the number sign to have Quasar assign the next number, else enter a number for the receiving slip. Okay, well, we're just going to leave that number sign because we're going to have Quasar assign all the numbers in sequential order. The vendor can be entered either by entering the number or entering the description of the vendor. It's a lot easier to be accurate by just entering the number, so we'll enter in a vendor number here. We'll just give it vendor 1000. Okay, so that brings up our vendor name, so you can see how much easier that is than typing in Quayak Industries. The ship date is the supplier shipping date. Of course, we are working in the main store. We can enter an invoice number if we have one, or we could have just left this blank and Quasar will assign the next sequential number. If we created a purchase order for this receiving, we can enter the number here. In Quasar, there is a correlation between the order, the packing slip, and the vendor invoice. The waybill is simply the carrier's shipping document. The carrier, we have a fictional carrier, Jay's Transport, and we're going to say this came in 28 pieces. We really don't need this information, but in case there's something damaged or a claim that has to be processed, this is all good information to have. So let's add some items to our receiving. You would normally scan in the items you are receiving. Since this video is created on a virtual device, I will enter short PLU numbers manually. As soon as we scan or enter the number, the description is displayed. Remember, we are working in offline mode, so the data is coming from our local database. The size is displayed, and we can enter a quantity. Let's say for this item we're receiving 48. And we can add that to our database. Let's add a couple more items. For this item, let's say we're getting 36 of those. Add that. Add one more. And let's get 24 of those. And click on there and add that. Now we can view and edit the items we have added to our receiving in the View Edit section. And everything looks good here. We're not going to delete any lines or edit anything. So now we can save our receiving to the Quasar server. But we can't save it, of course, because we're not online right now. We're in offline mode. So what we need to do is we need to log out and log back in. So we're going to click on File. We're going to reconnect. And we're going to enter our password. And we're going to reconnect to our database. And there we are, back in QuasarReach. We're going to go back into our receiving. As you can see, all our information is still here because it's all saved in real time on the local device. And we'll go down to the bottom. Now this is not blocked out anymore, we can save this slip, and it's saved into the Quasar server. Okay, here we are viewing our packing slip in the Quasar client. We can see all of our information: vendor, order number, the invoice number, the waybill number, the ship date, the carrier, the number of pieces, and this status is received. If we want to create a vendor invoice with this data, we just simply click on Post Slip, and that'll create our vendor invoice for us using the prices that were attached to the original purchase order. And that concludes our video on creating a receiving using your mobile device and QuasarReach. Thank you for watching.